Hi. So I'm typically asked how I spend my time and how I spend my day, and what does a typical day of someone like me, a very active deal maker, look like? Well, my days are pretty varied, if I'm honest. The first thing to say is, as you can see, I'm currently in my home office. But my actual office, well, actually, we have two offices. So, our head office, which is a two-story stable conversion, is in Leicestershire, right in the middle of the country, in between three major motorways. That's actually 2.5 hours away from me. So it's a really long trip to get there. Occasionally I have to go up and down in a day, so I'm easily spending 5 hours plus in the car. Now, there's a very important reason why I am so far from the office. Is that if I was near the office, I can guarantee you I'll be in there every day. It's just in my nature. Like I want to get stuck in. I want to roll my sleeves up and get things going and bring all that energy to the team. However, that's not good in the long term. If you are serious about building businesses, particularly through acquisition, then if you're integral to the day-to-day operations, I mean, realistically, there's only one business you can be in at a time. The fact that I'm so far away from our office means I'm forced to make that office work without my presence. And that's the goal. I mean, that's the goal that many business owners have. So I spend a lot of time thinking about management teams. I spend a lot of time thinking about the people in the business. I think about who could potentially step into the role of manager. I think about how we can develop our existing managers further. I do all of the right type of thinking to basically mean I don't need to be there. Now, when first taking over a business, that is a very different scenario because as the person heading up the company, you want to be in that business, and particularly if it's a turnaround, like it needs to be you leading that day to day. And so when I acquire a business, if it's a heavy turnaround, and my most recent acquisition, Playground Projects, that was a very heavy turnaround. I was in there day to day, and I was in the office a lot. Now, what did that mean for me personally? It meant I spent a long time traveling. It meant I was staying away every week, and I've got a 3-year-old daughter at home, so that's not my preference. It meant that there were very long nights and very early mornings. Now, the good thing about these business turnarounds is that it's not permanent. I mean, once a turnaround's done, really you need to be extracting yourself from the day to day and handing over the reins to far more competent managers, far more competent people who can design and run those processes if you've not designed them yourself. Our main head office is 2.5 hours away, and I'm incredibly proud of that and incredibly grateful at the same time, in the sense that if it was around the corner, I would be in every day. Now, my office, the very first business I started, that office was 10 minutes down the road, and lo and behold, I was in there every day. So actually, in many ways, even though the office is further, I have significantly better lifestyle balance now, which has become increasingly important to me over the years. Our second office is actually based just outside of Watford, in sort of Hertfordshire, going on the borders of London. So that's actually only an hour away from me. Now, I rarely visit that office. We are nearly May 2023, and I've been there once this year. My operations director, group operations director, Bradley, he works from that office mainly, and lo and behold, it's 10 minutes from his home. So you can imagine that he's in there quite a lot, and he normally is 2 to 3 times a week. So yeah, it's, when doing this, and one of the great things about business acquisitions, business turnarounds, etc., is that you really get to design your own lifestyle and you really get to set the tone. Now, if you are new to acquisitions, I would highly recommend that you acquire a business that's local to you, because in those early days you will want to be in there, and if you've got the travelling and everything else that comes with that, then you're going to find that very tiring. as you start to gain more experience and you start to get a few more acquisitions under your belt, you can very much look at acquiring companies that are much further afield, because you will have the systems, the processes, and almost certainly the people in your peripheral, if not in your immediate team, who can go in and help you with that. Yeah, so I hope that was insightful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.